This video is for you. It's a challenge and an opportunity for me to be in the moment, for me to share with you what is in and on and within me and my consciousness and my mind and within me. Because where words fail to communicate or convey a certain essence, a certain reality, there's always facial expressions, there's feelings, there's energy, there's laughter. So in this case, without further ado, we will proceed into the next moment, which is now, which was the last moment. How interesting is that? If you really delve into the divine democracy that is life, where we all vote with our intentions and our beliefs. A belief is a vote. You ever heard of that comment? I do, historically and presently, as well as heading into the future, enjoy saying things that have never been said before. It's a great pleasure, because that's really what life is about, is creation. It's creation. And really, creation is happening. How interesting is that? Life is such a beautiful thing that it is a thing, actually. People say, oh, the best things in life are free. Well, that may be true. But what does free mean? You ever think of that? Because this is a philosophy class. I can't call it a class. That sounded too uppity. That sounded too egotistical, like I'm some type of professor. Well, what do I profess? What am I professing, really? I'm professing that I have some questions, that I have some ideas. That's what I'm professing, if anything. So I'm ready to profess. And I profess that the best things in life are free, but what does free mean? Free means that you get something for nothing, I think. That's a potential definition of free. But really, that calls into question many things, and many unthings, if there are such thing. That was a little Dr. Seuss right there for you, just right from the get-go, right out of the gate, spontaneously. How was that? That was pretty fun. Moving on, the best things in life are free. I would just say the best things in life are. The best things in life are everywhere, are all a part of life, which is the best thing. So the best things in life really are within you. How about that? The best things in life are feelings. The best things in life are people. The best things in life are moments where you have the awareness of love and gratitude and completeness and yourself and your experience. Some type of gratitude. That's the best thing in life. Or self-expression. The best, excuse me there. The best things in life are not only free, the best things in life are not only free, but they're within you. They're beyond cost-benefit analysis. They're beyond free or paid for. They're certainly not liabilities, but the best things in life are definitely assets. Although really, on the other side of the same token, what if the best things in life are also liabilities, things that you owe? From a spiritual standpoint, one could say that you owe it to existence to give your heart to the world, to give your love to the world. That's what we owe. You could say that. That's some type of philosophy right there. The philosophy of divine liability. How about that? I literally just made up that phrase, the philosophy of divine liability. That we all have a divine liability to share our highest selves with the world, to release fear and to release pain and to become freer and freer. Because when you say free, I say freer. Why not freer? Is there such thing as free, or is it always more free and freer and freer? I would say it's the latter, freer and freer. So the divine liability philosophy is that we owe it to life to share our gifts and to share our love and to be free and to be happy and to uplift others and to think positive and to be a positive influence on others. That's a divine liability philosophy. And how do we do that? By using our divine assets, which is our soul and our heart and everything that we've been given, everything that we have. So tangents are not tangents at all if you look at them in a direct way. If you think they're tangents, then they are. But really, what does that even mean? Because the point is just in this moment. That's the point. This moment is a point of the infinite. This moment is an infinite point in infinite time, which is really no point at all. Do you know what I mean? Because what is a point? A point can be finite, but it can also not be finite. It's very interesting to me, the whole contemplation of the infinite, because really it is infinite. This is infinite. It's just so interesting. Here I am at Mariners Church in Newport Beach, California. It's a very beautiful, serene place. Very beautiful, serene place. Hi there.
Hi.
I'm just commenting how beautiful and serene this place is.
Thanks.
Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
What other adjectives would you use for Mariners Church, Irvine, California? Adjectives.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Peaceful.
Uh-huh.
Um,
What feels the rightest to you?
God's promise.
I see.
That it's
Wow.
here sometimes.
Wow.
Not all the time.
Uh-huh.
And definitely when you see different ministries going on, you get to experience it too.
The promise is what?
The promise is that God planted a space for him to grow. And what comes to mind is the Greek word onesimus, which means vessel. And I think that when Mariners started 50-something years ago, no one intended it to be this big or to reach a community of people where a lot of times on campus we don't always find believers here.
Uh-huh.
But we find people seeking for something more, and just to engage in them of God's promise is to love you and care for you.
Eternal life.
Eternal life in another way, and having those conversations here of sometimes it starts off with, wow, this is a beautiful campus. And other times...
And then we start talking about adjectives
Yep.
leading to
Exactly.
the Lord.
You never know. Yeah. And so, honestly, we get to engage God's people on a regular basis. My name's Sarah. I'm in tech art. Sorry.
Jason.
Yeah. And so I think
Here, let's get this.
it's amazing. And I actually got to grow up here. And I didn't join staff until about 3 months ago.
Congratulations.
But thanks.
Evolution.
Yeah, it kind of is. And it's amazing to read about in the Bible of how God's ministry worked of reaching the people, and to be a part of a church that's its full purpose is to reach the people from the community center to the thrift store to all these different ways of finding different avenues of how are we going to love God like God loved his people, because
Loves
his people, because he's as real as the Bible times as he is now, and making sure that promise is held true here too.
I heard you just say Israel.
Yeah, it definitely is. And making sure that other people feel that and know that, whether it's your first time at a church or your 100th time,
Right.
or a lot of times church causes brokenness, and sometimes that isn't always addressed.
Or maybe it's before your first, because sometimes you're a church and you don't even think oh, I'm a church, I'm at this foreign place. So that's
Yeah.
technically maybe even before your first time.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see it,
Oh, it's so
then
true.
what is it? It's what you see.
Yeah, and a lot of times, even what I've learned is churches' behaviors at church are also learned. Like with all people, behavior is a learned thing of you see.
Osmosis.
Exactly.
Influence, right.
It very much so. And kind of changing that culture of you don't have to be perfect here. And sometimes that isn't addressed always in churches, as I've learned, is that sometimes you show up in your Sunday best from the clothes you put on to the smile you put on of what you're trying to cover up for that week.
I see.
And
that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's huge. And
huge.
And we have a beautiful chapel where people are welcomed and encouraged to come
And be real.
And be real on a daily basis, where church isn't only open on Sundays, it's open every day of the week. So
the light comes in where the cracks are.
most definitely, for sure. So it's a fun thing to be a part, and because it's more than just the water in front of us, it's being a part of the living water and getting to go where God wants us to.
Kind of like that story of the woman at the well.
So good.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Is that a true story?
It's a true story, and I think that even that, like, it touches a little piece of my soul even today, because I never thought that God would have called me to ministry, and sometimes I feel like that woman at the well
Is you.
Is me sometimes, and being able to recognize that in myself, I know that I'm able to speak that truth into other people of being here, of no, he wants you, and he came for you.
It's grace.
It's grace. It's so much more, and it's amazing to learn about the Bible in a new way through people that are so wise here and have taught me so much in the couple months that I've joined and all of that. And I think that I love my job because in tech arts, it's like one of the few ministries that touches every ministry. And I get like the behind the scene look of seeing all these other ministries and all that they get to do.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's encountered on a bench of someone came, sat down, and someone stopped and talked to them and was like, hey.
You're talking about this experience right now.
Yeah. Even now, like, this isn't the first time, and I guarantee you it won't be the last time that conversations have been held with people sitting on a bench. And, like,
A taste of heaven.
Yeah. A taste of heaven, of, like, God's vision, of, like, his promise. And it's definitely seen through people. I've heard of, there are theories that you see God in, like, 5 different caricatures, like one's nature, one's people, kind of like the 5 love languages, but they've used it to how we see God. And I think Mariners has tried to...
Humor. How about humor?
I don't think that's one of the theories ideas, but I definitely think that that's so true because God has a sense of humor.
Divine laughter.
Yeah, divine laughter. And it's encouraged. Like Isaac, I believe, his name was laughter. And I think that so many times when God gives us our promise, sometimes we laugh at it and it develops into something new and different, and it's so good. And laughter covers so many emotions. Like I personally laugh when I'm uncomfortable sometimes, but I laugh when I'm happy. I've honestly laughed when I've been sad because it brings out so much, and
it's a release.
Yeah, and that's so good to look at what God does sometimes is laughter.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much just for your presence.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, so good to meet you.
You too.
Jason?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Tell me your name.
Tara.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate your time and sharing.
My pleasure. What brought you to Mariners today?
I have a son, Solomon, who goes to the preschool here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I like sitting here too.
Oh, so good. Sometimes children work and they don't even know it.
Yes.
So, well, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Take care.
Bye.
Folks, did you just see that? That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible, folks. I live for that stuff. The joy of the moment, the joy of humanity, the joy of connection, the joy of interviewing people and having fun while doing so, while talking about something meaningful, while having fun, while slipping in some joke type substances, which are not malicious at all, but which don't necessarily have to be detected by the interviewee, like the whole Israel comment. That's just fun stuff. Because really, seriously, totally hilarious. What a great person that is. Tara, thank you so much for watching. May the spontaneity of pure love manifest in your spirit and soul every moment of every day. May you be blessed with joy and love and freedom, peace, and I'll see you next time.